Kavita ji, welcome to Dubai and to our show Z Connect. So nice to see you here in front of us. Like, I don't know, I would have only dreamed of this day and it has come true. You're sitting in front of us and you've just finished a concert here in Dubai. How did that go?
Thank you, Priya. So nice to talk to you. And you're looking so pretty.
Thank you so much.
It's always nice to come to Dubai. I've come here for many concerts and I've always left with the feeling that, you know, the Dubai audiences are the kind of audiences which accept any kind of music from an artist, you know. And this is a feeling I've had from the time I came. My first visit was in 1979.
Yeah.
And from that period, so many times I've come and I've always left back feeling that the Dubai audiences are very warm. And those days were the days when I never sang my own songs. I used to sing Lata ji and Asha ji's songs because I didn't have any of my own songs. And they were equally nice to me then and they're nice to me now. So I think that is what is so special about this place.
That's the love that keeps bringing you back here. So I'm going to take you back in your journey into your childhood, in your growing up days. Tell me, what was the atmosphere like at home? Was art deep-rooted in the family?
Well, art in the sense singing was deep-rooted, though I don't belong to a musical family. My mother was very passionate. You know, like I'm from a South Indian family and there's always either Bharatnatyam or dance at home. So my mother had learned Carnatic music, so obviously she was passionate and she wanted me to learn music. But the strange upbringing that I had was the other family who were living with us were Bengalis. We were in one house and my mother and my aunt, my Bengali aunt, were inseparable friends. So I had two sets of parents, my Tamilian parents and my Bengali parents, Bhattacharyas. So there were two kitchens. One was a vegetarian kitchen and one was a non-vegetarian Bengali food kitchen, and I used to delve into both. And so and being Bengalis, they were also very fond of culture, music, Tagore music. Generally music was... So I got to learn Tagore music as a child and then slowly got to learn Hindustani classical music. And my father was in government service, not into music. So I thought I would be... I would graduate to being an IFS or something.
You were aspiring to pursue IAS and be in Indian Foreign Service and ultimately became a playback singer.
But the atmosphere was there, but they had no clue how to turn me into a professional singer. So it was just my aunt who caught my hand and brought me to Bombay because of Hema Malini being a dream girl, and she was my neighbor from my childhood. I knew her. She was like, she and my elder sister were best friends.
Right. Tell me, apart from Lata ji and Asha ji, you are the only female singer who got an opportunity to sing for Panchamda. Was that special?
Absolutely, because Panchamda has always been known as the finest person in the industry. And every time we met him, it was a reaffirmation of the thought that here is one of the most fantastic music directors and the most fantastic human being. You know, he combined both so beautifully. So working for him was a great learning thing for me, because, you know, as a girl, as a fairly young girl, you go into the mic, you're so conscious about all the male musicians playing around you. So when you go into the hall, those days it was all live songs, no? If there are 100 musicians, you go into the music recording chamber and you're practicing with them before you go into your singer's booth. So, you know, you're so worried about how you look like when you sing, no? Like, there are some funny high notes and you don't know how to do it. So Panchamda is the first person who broke that ice for me. He said, you know, when you stand in front of the mic, it's your voice production which the recordist is going to hear and the world is going to hear.
True.
At that time, it really doesn't matter whether you're doing ah, ee, ooh, and you're looking ugly or nice. Who cares?
Correct.
Finally, it's the voice that they're going to hear. They're not looking at you when you sing.
Yeah.
So you please follow me and see how the vowels have to be said in a song. I think that was such a learning experience for me, and that is one of those gems I learned from him, and there's so many other things to follow, you know, about this man.
And having collaborated with so many music directors, is there someone who you collaborated with the most, and there are certain anecdotes or stories that you want to share from that experience?
Well, as a novice, the very first music directors with whom I worked for many years was Laxmikant.
Yeah.
And that too, it started off not as me being a main singer, but as dubbing songs for Lata ji. It would, I suppose I would almost hear Lata ji sing Kavita ji se Gawali ji, because I'm not able to come for the shooting. So then I would sing for the, if Hema ji is doing the dance or whatever. That was the first song I sang, was Bartli ko Tod De Sharab Ko Chhod De. That was filmed on Hema Ji. So from the time I started recording those songs for them, and then finally Lata ji would sing, it was a huge training ground for me. And singing for Laxmikant Pyarelal was also very exacting, because they were very, very particular about having very punchy throw in a song.
Yeah.
There was no place for a weak voice. If you hear any song of Laxmikant Pyarelal, you'll realize that all the songs that have been sung for them have always been very strong voices.
Yeah.
A soft, gentle voice. Yeah, there are gentle songs, but the throw always has to be very punchy. So that's one thing I learned from them.
Absolutely. Well, finally, we'll let you go, but not before. So, one song for us. Should I request it, or you'll sing something of your
Do you
own
want
choice?
to? Do you want to ask me about some song? If I'm
I
not
don't-
croaking through right now, I will
Ever
sing it for
since
you.
I met you, Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam is just on and on in my head.
The title song.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try. It's you asked me for one of my most difficult songs, and I'll tell you why it's difficult. Because my days of sinuses are very different. Each day my sinus says I'm working differently today.
Then I leave it to you, whatever you feel
I was
like
just telling you
singing.
the story of Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam. So I went on to the recording studio and I told my mother, I don't know, I'm going to take 4 hours to sing this song, even if I can sing, because it's Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam, Kasam, So what happens to my nose? But you know, that day God was very kind to me. My nose worked beautifully.
Oh, wow.
So there goes, I was able to record
And
the
when
song.
we hear it, we feel, wow, so effortlessly she sung this as if, you know, it was nothing. But
that day it did work for me. Let me just try, huh? तेरी यादों के साए में गुजरेगी ये जिंदगी, उस खुदा के बाद तो पूजा होगी बस तेरी, चाहे जो मांग लो सब तुम्हारा है, चाहे जो मांग लो सब तुम्हारा है, हम दिल दे चुके सनम तेरे हो गए हैं हम, तेरी कसम, तेरी कसम.
incredible, beautiful. I'm sure everyone has their goosebumps right now hearing this. It's exactly like how we've heard it on the radio, on our cassettes, and it's from the era where I would know every song, by the lyrics, the full song. And somehow I wanted you to start from that part,
Really? Oh my gosh.
and
Thank
you did.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.